Okay, here we are. So this is going to be part 2 of my video covering the notable interments of notable people buried here in Forest Lawn, Long Beach. Yeah, part 1 kind of abruptly ended right there as my memory card was full. So yeah, so this is part 2, and with the magic of editing you'll see the my favorite grave actually. After part 1 ended, I decided to include that part. It's actually a separate video that I shot the other day, so in a way that's in a way chronological order. Okay, so we will now go over there to the Garden of Sacraments. You see where the mural is right there for the next notable grave. Okay, in the meantime it's quite far off, so I'm going to take you out for a walk through these areas right here. Okay, so we're in the area of, let me grab my map. The Garden of Devotion. My dad's actually buried right over there, and we're going to take this footpath going into the Garden of Meditation. Okay, and it will lead us right to the Garden of Sacraments, straight through. Okay. Okay, here we go. Actually, yesterday I was supposed to continue shooting this video, but I had to pick up my brother for some reason that I don't need to tell here. Okay, just following this path. Enjoy the view, guys. So this area right here, I won't be going in there. That's the Acacia area. It's a shame no notable graves are over in this area right here. Acacia and Azalea. And the wall right there are wall crypts that line from there to there. Okay, let's keep on going. On this particular footpath, there's statues lined up over here. Give a close up. I got pictures of them on my computer. Haven't uploaded it to an album, but I'll do so in the future, since recently I uploaded pictures from the mausoleum. Okay, there's actually a gravestone here. I might have passed by it. She's actually a Holocaust survivor. Not sure where it is now. Who knows, maybe it's either I passed it or I still have to come up towards it. Yeah, so going to these statues kind of remind me of the Doctor Who monster, the Weeping Angels. And have you seen the continued story of the Weeping Angels? They're not necessarily angel statues, they just evolved that way. Oh, I think this is the grave actually. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is her. I like to feature her right here. Okay, Rena Shulman Patton, January 2, 1947, September 16, 2002. Born in a refugee camp in Germany after World War II, of a Jewish father who survived Siberia and a Jewish mother who survived Auschwitz. Immigrated to America at age 2. Attained 2 master's degrees. Taught English in Los Angeles public schools for 30 years. loving mother of Ian Sean Patton, loving wife of Fred Benson, lost to cancer. There you go. Yeah, nice life story. Looks like there's a grave reserved for her husband. Okay. Alright, this is very interesting. Recently discovered it months back. Again, I'm glad I was able to feature that. Okay, let's continue on. There's a statue right there. Yeah, so going back to the Doctor Who reference on the statues, the weeping angels, where they can move very fast if you take your eyes off them. Appeared in the Doctor Who episode Blink, and this is a 2008 series. Yeah, the year 2008. Yeah, so that the weeping angels has like been stuck in my mind, that every time I see a statue, I know it's fictional, but every time I see a statue, I always like go back and think about the weeping angels, especially when I was at San Francisco at the Fine Arts building, where those statues or angels were just like hugging the sides of the dome. And I can just help but think about them. Okay, so there's the mosaic. Okay, it's actually a copy done by Raphael. Forgot the title of it at the moment. Well, hang on, let me pull it up. I think. Let me pull it up here on my phone. See what the title is. Oh, excuse me. And just keep your gander at that. Paradise. There you go. It's titled Paradise by Raphael. Copy of the fresco. Okay, watch your step. We're about to enter the Garden of the Sacraments. And let me just get the plaque right here. I think this is the only one that actually has a plaque. Pull out. Okay, the central feature of the beautiful Gardens of the Sacraments, the Paradise Mosaic, recreates the masterpiece painted by the Renaissance artist Raphael on the wall of the Vatican in 1509. The mosaic is 45 feet wide, 35 feet high, and is constructed from more than 1 million bits of Venetian glass of many different colors and hues. There are many distinctive family memorials adjacent to the mosaic, which have a capacity of from 2 to 10 entombments, as well as individual crypts now available at affordable prices. Daily personalized tours are conducted by our before need counselors to acquaint families with the gardens and to answer their questions. Just call or visit the office at the main gates, which is over there. Okay, let's move up. Okay, so the notable grave I'll be visiting is right over there, and it's actually the grave of rapper, musician, songwriter Nate Dogg, real name Nathaniel Hale. Okay, so you can pull up his bio here before I get there. And here we go. Okay, got it pulled up. Okay, a lot of entombments right here, as the sign said. Here we are. There it is. Hey, there are actually a couple of videos, or a number of videos on YouTube of a lot of fans visiting the grave of Nate Dogg. Here we go. In loving memory of Nathaniel D. Hale, beloved son, brother, and father. Okay. It's a very elaborate tombstone. He had a very ordinary tombstone before, but then family changed it to this, which is almost like the norm these days, especially with musicians and rappers, because they could put in pictures on it. You can see what Nate Dogg looks like. Okay, King of Hooks. Time just does change, but the music, it remains the same. I hit him with the music from the slaves. Oh my goodness, what my ancestor gave. I don't want you to think I don't know. He taught me how to reach deep down and touch the soul. Without my music, where would I be? You taught me how to cry and still remain a G. You keep a lot of soldiers at ease, and together the next level proceed. My music and me, music and me, music and me, music and me, my music and me. Music and me go together, perfect harmony. Soft, mellow, or so hard it will make your speakers explode. Stay with me, and together we will live out this dream. My music and me. It ain't a hit until Nate Dogg spit. And here we have a symbol of the United States Marine Corps, so he was a member of the Marines. Okay. I guess I should say thank you for your service to this great country. August 19, 1969, March 15, 2011. Okay, so his nickname, the King of Hooks. Let me read from Wikipedia right here. Okay. He also became best known for providing guest vocals for multiple hit rap songs between 1994 and 2007, earning him the name King of Hooks. Okay. Began his career in the early 90s, a member of 213, a trio formed in 1990 with his cousin Snoop Dogg and friend Warren G. Okay. Let's see here. Let's talk about his military career. Dropped out in high school at 17, left home. 30 years later, enlisted in the army. He was stationed in Camp Schwab in Okinawa, Japan, in the Material Readiness Battalion, the 3rd Force Service Support Group, which supplied ammunition to most of the Pacific. Okay, after 3 years as an ammunition specialist, he was discharged in 1989. Hill would recall that he joined the military because he wanted to see if he was a man. Okay, let's go over here. December 19, 2007, he suffered a stroke. Okay, sent to a rehabilitation facility. All his body's left side was weakened. Neither his cognition nor voice were affected, and a full recovery was expected. He sustained another stroke on September 12, 2008. On March 15, 2001, Hale died at age 41 here in Long Beach, California, of complications of multiple strokes or by congestive heart failure. And he was interned right here. Okay. He has a son, Nigel Hale, who's come in to play football for New Zealand, Washington. Okay, Nate also had another son, Nathaniel Jr., having adopted the stage name Lil Nate Dogg. Here's his own album, Son of a G. Okay. There you go. Okay. And that's much as I could talk about Nate Dogg. Okay, let's move on to the next notable internment here in Long Beach. First Long Beach, so let's go over here. There's a pathway over there. Okay, and this is actually the chapel where we held my dad's wake. Okay, there's actually another chapel in the mausoleum. Ooh, hummingbird. Oh, let's see if I can get it's flying away. Flew away. As I mentioned, there's another chapel inside the mausoleum called the Memorial Chapel. See if I can get the hummingbird. Flies so fast. There you go. Oh, so this is the Memorial Chapel. Well, hang on, let me check the map. See if I got the names right. Okay, so this is the Memorial Chapel. Oh, the Cathedral Chapel right there. And the mausoleum. That's the tower right there. And there's the Cathedral Chapel. And within the mausoleum, this is the Memorial Chapel. I see now. Okay. Moving on to the next person here. We're in the area of benevolence. Okay. And we are looking for actor Ricky Martin. Am I right? Let's double check. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's right over here. Oh, not Ricky. What did I say? Ricky Martin. Ricky Harris. Okay. Oh, another military grave. Close up on that. Charles A. Johnson, U.S. Navy, November 29, 1921, April 20, 1998. Okay, it doesn't say. Actually served overseas. So he would have been like maybe during World War II in Korea. Okay. Thank you for your service to this great country. I salute you. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Ralph Marcel McKay Sr., Corporal, U.S. Army, Staff Sergeant, U.S. Air Force, Korea. December 3, 1929, May 12, 1998. Salute you, sir. Thank you for your service to this great country. Okay, now let's look for Mr. Harris's grave. Okay, from what I recall, close here. If I find it. Yeah, it's a weird sound. Unless I'm pretty close. Yeah, I think, if I recall, I should have marked it. This might end up as a dry run again. Well, hang on. I remember they're talking over there. Okay, I know I'm going too far. What is it? There's another one. Lawrence E. Hamilton, AEM-3. Not sure what that means. U.S. Navy, World War II, January 26, 1927, August 23, 2007. beloved friend. I salute to you, sir. Thank you for your service. This is a great country. Okay, let's keep looking. I might run to her. There's actually another grave here, both buried here. Pretty close. Oh, there it is. Okay. Found you. There you go. There you go. Richard Ricky G. Harris II, October 5, 1965 to December 26, 2016, day after Christmas passed. Beloved son, father, uncle, and brother, one of God's stars. Okay. So this is actor Ricky Harris, American producer, actor, and comedian. He was known for his role as Malvo in the CW sitcom Everybody Hates Chris. Okay. He actually starred in other movies such as Poetic Justice in 1993, Heat in 1995, Hard Rain in 1998. Yeah. He's buried with Paul L. Waddell, March 1994, 7 to January 29. A little obscured there. I'm not sure if that's his father. Could be his father, uncle, or relative. But yeah. So yeah. He was in the film Bones alongside Snoop Dogg and Pam Grier. And in 2004, Harris lent his voice to various characters in the video game Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Okay. So he died of a heart attack at the age of 54. And his paid respects here with Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, Chuck D, and Cedric the Entertainer. There's actually a video on YouTube where they're holding his wake in the Cathedral Chapel and then a fight broke out. Very disrespectful. I know it involved Snoop Dogg, or someone like hated Snoop Dogg and just took a swing at him and everything. Chaos. And there's video of people, I think a news broadcast, where people were out in the parking lot, out like very angry of what happened. Yeah, so go check out that video, because man, at least have some respect. If you have a beef with a guy, at least do it not at a wake. Alright, okay, let's move on to the next one. And I know it's pretty close here. No. Oops, sorry about that. Just trying to get to the next person in line. And that's around here. Okay, the next person is former child star Terry Burnham. She's famous for Twilight Zone episode A Nightmare as a Child. Okay, let me look. I'm using those telephone poles as a landmark. Where is she? I think it's behind me. Oh, there she is. There you go. Found you. Elizabeth Teresa Terry Burnham, August 8, 1949, October 7, 2003. Sterling child actress of the silver screen, universally beloved by her followers. Okay, yeah, as I mentioned, he's famous for episode of Twilight Zone in the first season, A Nightmare as a Child. So I know Twilight Zone episodes are available on Netflix, so go check that episode out. Okay, no spoilers here. Okay, so interesting thing here about Ms. Burnham. Oh, actually she's buried next to her mother, Betty Burnham, 1916 to 1993. Okay. So when she died in 2013, yeah, she wasn't married. She has no next of kin left to claim her remains. Okay, so a fan of hers actually bought the remains, and fan in New York actually, and kept it. Then he set up a fundraiser to get her buried here in Long Beach. And yeah, it took like, I think it's actually her remains was in the morgue for 2 years before that fan actually bought it. Okay, so she was able to get enough funds, and by 2018 she got buried here on her birthday, August 8th, 2018. There's actually a video on YouTube of her burial. Actually, it's she was cremated and her ashes are buried right here in this grave. Okay, and she has no Wikipedia page. I think I might have to rectify that by making one for her, much like I did Oswald Jones over there. But yeah, she had a very good career, number of movies actually, into her teenage years, until she lived in obscurity. From I heard she lived in a trailer park in Compton, and that's where she died. Okay, there you go, and that's Terry Burnham for you. Okay, now let us move to the next notable grave, which is way over there. Let's go. And we're pretty close to the entrance of the park, right there. Let's see if I can make it. Because the grave is pretty close to the gates of another Disney child star. This is the Jonquil area. Jonquil spelled Jonquil. That's the grave of Ricky Sorensen. Okay, should be lining up right here. Okay, here we are. There we go. And this is the grave of Ricky Sorensen. Okay, now you might be confused, but hang on, let me get over here first on my phone to tell you more about him. Okay, Ricky Sorensen was born August 26, 1946, died August 24, 1994. American child actor. He's more famously known to play one of the voices of the child King Arthur, Wart, in Disney's The Sword and the Stone. Okay, so why are we looking at the grave with the name Lonnie DeVore Sorensen, 1939 to 1981, beloved son and brother. He is the older brother of Ricky, and from what I heard, Ricky is buried here with his brother. Okay, he's never given a gravestone of his own, and that's the story I heard. They're together, so basically he's in an unmarked grave because he was buried with his brother. Though I'd like to believe that he's buried right here next to him because it's unmarked, but I think this story of him being buried with his older brother sounds more true. Okay, and his parents are actually buried right here. John Martin Sorensen Sr., 1913-1984, beloved husband and father, and Ruth Pauline Sorensen, 1920 to 1994, beloved wife and mother. Yeah, there you go. And let's see here. Okay, there are a couple more graves over there, and I might come up to part 3 after this.